Okay, I want to talk a little bit about problem 3 because I'm not sure I did a great job in class talking about it. So this is taking an exponential graph and reflecting it about a line parallel to the x or y axis. And what is that equivalent to? So one of the questions I was asked to me is like if I'm reflecting about the line y equals 2, then I reflect it, it's the same as reflecting about an axis and then shifting it 4. And the question was, well, why 4? And the way to think about that is think about, let's say you're standing in front of a mirror, and that mirror is 5 feet away from you. You see your image in the mirror. How far away is that image? Does it appear to you to be? It appears to you to be 10 feet away because you're 5 feet from the mirror and the image looks like it's 5 feet behind the mirror, so you're a total of 10 feet away. So, let me see. If I had so here's you, here's the mirror. That's a great straight line. I can't do straight lines. Here's the mirror. You see an image of yourself. You see it right here. That's where it appears to you to be. So if this is 5 feet and this is 5 feet, this image appears to you to be 10 feet away. And it's the same thing that you're going to have when you're reflecting about a line if you're starting from the base function. So take a look here. So let's say I want to reflect this about the line y equals -2, for instance. So there's that. Let me change this window. Okay, so here's the line y equals -2. I want to reflect about that line. That line, y equals 2, a y equals line is a horizontal line. It's parallel to the x-axis. So that's equivalent to reflecting it about the x-axis. To reflect about the x-axis, you make the whole function negative. So first you'd reflect about the x-axis. And to do that, I'm just going to do g of x equals -e to the x. So that's the first thing that I want to do. Now I want to move that so that it is as far away from the line y equals 2 as our original function is from y equals 2, -2, but on the other side. So I'll move it down 2 and then down 2 more. So now I need to shift that one down by 4. Well, I put the negative in the wrong place. Okay, so now I reflected it about the x-axis and then shifted down by 4 to get it on the other side of that line y equals -2. Okay, now what about if I reflected about a vertical line? So instead of a horizontal line, let's say I have a vertical line and I have x equals 4, for instance. So that vertical line is parallel to the y-axis. So I want to reflect about the y-axis and then shift. So first let's reflect about the y-axis. To do that, you make the x negative. So I would have e to the negative x. And so I reflected it about the y-axis. Now I need to shift it to the right by 8, because I need to shift it 4 to get to that line, and then 4 more to make that line like it's a mirror. So shifting to the right means I subtract, but the problem is I'm subtracting from a graph that is reflected about the y-axis. So the way I need to do that is I need to have e raised to the negative, and then in parentheses x minus 7. So to shift the reflected graph, I'm going to subtract the 7 to shift it to the right, the way I normally do, but I have to have that inside the parentheses with the negative on the outside. So if I want to shift to the right after reflecting, then I need to make sure that I put that inside the parentheses that has the negative on the outside. If I wanted to shift to the left, then again I would have a plus sign but inside the parentheses. So now you can see that I have my original graph of e to the x, and now I've reflected it about the line of x equals 4.